Hello people, now today, I know it's after Christmas and you've probably already bought COD, but if you haven't bought COD, I'm going to answer the question for you, should you buy Modern Warfare 2? This is going to be a review on the campaign. If you really want it, I'll do a review on the multiplayer sometime later, so yeah. The missions aren't actually all the same, which is actually refreshing. As, for example, in this mission, you get to swim underwater, fucking, what is it? Go on the street and stab people, and also flawless combat designs. And in this mission, you got to fucking go on a fucking AC-130, which was like fucking COD 4, and shoot up some fucking cartel donnies. It was sick. In this one, we got a bloody controller missile, which might have been the best opener to a game I've ever seen, because that was basically what I've been hoping for the whole campaign. All gillied up, which obviously is a classic mission, and isn't one of my favourites, but it is a really good mission. And to be honest, I thought Price and Gaz died there, because the fucking went silent there. Which is what I like about these missions, to have you question yourself, which is a good thing, sometimes. Also in some of these missions you get like options of what you want to say. I mean, they don't have much impact, but here you feel good to have the choice, so that's good. Also, I have like a thing for fighting in caves, so this has also made me hard. It wasn't really a long fight either. I just love fighting in caves. I don't know what it is. And just in the next mission, which is my favourite in the campaign, we go from just providing light fire in the heli to falling out the fucking heli on our arses, hanging by a thread of a rope, nearly getting ran over 5 times. Then we're jumping over onto fucking cars, hijacking them just like from fucking Advanced Warfare. Then we're fucking in the back of a truck, bombing people, and that was all to save a girl that kidnapped us, and we didn't even get a snog.
I'll do it.
Just in the next mission, which is my second favourite mission, my boy Soap has the big batty bollocks, like he always gets them, to go into a compound by himself. Now this is why I like Soap, even though he's Scottish, and I do hate the Scottish as much as I hate the Americans. The best Mexican since Raul Jimenez also comes here. And that Graves Donny, even though he's American, I quite like him, which, to get me like Americans, is a hard thing. A recap of the mission, our boy Soap gets put in a spliff. Then, the best Mexican since Raul Jimenez somehow gets in the compound with us. Then this Johnny Sins looking fucker tries to chat us up, which never ends well, trust. Then, if you lie to her, you get put in a spliff. Best Mexican since Raul Jimenez lets us take the knife. I can't stealth for shit. Like, look at the fucking combat moves. Look at that. I couldn't survive a day. I can't even use a lift either. I think I'm disabled or something because I couldn't open it for 5 minutes. Then finally, we get to kill the Johnny Sins looking fucker who never chat us up again, and we'll get to take his bitch who shot us before. L. To be honest, this mission was pretty basic, but I liked it. To recap, missile goes off, so we have to zipline down the ship to a boat, but then we have to rocket lead onto the fucking boat, which gives us like 10 concussions in every single body part possible. We had to go through the slipping containers, which was quite fun, apart from the fact that I don't know how to go through slipping containers. As you see, I died 3 times. Then know how to breach through the door to the controls, shoot up the kids. Unfortunately, Graves' fat bunda got in the way, so I got chefed and put in a spliff. Then we put the missile that was going to go to New Orleans into the ship itself. And all our 3 boys are standing there. Big up Graves.
Away from the gate.
Then the most plot twist cutscene comes along. So, to recap, Graves fucking takes Alejandro's base for himself, which he did not take too lightly at all. Then he tries pissing off Alejandro, which doesn't end well because he is the most badass Mexican I've ever seen. Now Graves is trying to threaten the big 3 Donnies, Ghost knows what he's doing, but we don't as well. Like right now, his name turns red, so that's when we know shit hits the fan. Then fucking Soap and Ghost look at each other knowing what's gonna happen. Then Graves has the bollocks to take his fucking men, which sets him off, gets him knocked out, makes Graves, all of his soldiers gets put on a split. They thought they could get Ghost. Ghost has the agility of fucking Mbappe. Alejandro gets put on a split, they get put on a split, Soap gets shot, then Ghost is of a G because he kills with a go. And somehow Ghost didn't get caught. It's a bit weird. That's why you never fuck with him. In this mission we're shown how much Soap and Ghost actually, like each other. Well, we are doing like guerrilla warfare, looking through shit. But then they actually ask questions which you can actually change the answers to. For example, like that question, it says, "Oh, who I trust." That might be the best advice I've ever heard in the game.
I want to be like you when I grow up.
Yeah, no you don't, fella.
Got my work cut out then.
The whole mission is literally just them showing each other. It's just their friendship just being intensified the whole time. And I also like how because it like portrays how I think of Scottish people and how the Scottish probably think of English people. So you see what I mean. I'm too stupid that I forgot the knife. The knife was in another guy. I fucking love how brutal the missions are as well.
Yes. LT. About to play rough with the shadows.
Yep, and then Ghost somehow has a heart. I mean, I like that he's got a heart, but I don't think he does. I just love, honestly, I love Soap's accent. I don't know what it is. Fucking love it. Soap and Ghost are like fucking, what is it? Ghost and Roach from Modern Warfare 2. They're just set in such a good relationship. Then obviously, Soap gets his wham gun, which I don't think I actually used the whole mission, I'll be honest. And then we got invaded by someone who can't even walk. And he says another reason why Soap hates English.
I'm at the bar. You like tequila? No, tastes like dog piss.
And that's the first and only thing I'll agree with Scotland. Tequila does taste like dog piss. Trust.
Naturally, the camo version. I bet you sleep with that thing. Soundly. You're out of your mind, LT.
Then we had to fight our way to the water tunnels where we had to stop juggernauts. It wasn't a nice experience, but we did do it. We literally nearly died. If it wasn't for Ghost here, we wouldn't have survived at all. He killed not one, not two, but 3 geezers. I don't know how he does it. He's a beast. After making our way to the church entrance, we have to fight back to a random exfil vehicle with Ghost. Now, he only uses snipers, but he's actually good with assault rifles. There was juggernauts and like armoured enemies and everything, but we did make it. And we nearly died 5 times. They ruined our romantic moment, and that's why they got run over. The little shares.
That's one way of doing it. Get back! Thanks. Drive.
Just in the next cutscene, we arrive at Big Alejandro's safe house, and then we do discover that he is here. Now, we nearly got shot in the back, but Ghost saves us once again, and then we'll have a high school reunion with Big Rodolfo, another badass Mexican. But we're not happy for long, because now we're calling everyone who was our friend a little hostile bitches. Now now they're discussing how to break into a prison. Now Rodolfo, the question, it's going to take more than this. He looks at them and thinks, really, you little bitch, pulls out guns. And then literally 10 seconds later, we get revealed to a mad armoured truck. It's just what Mexicans do, man. And this theme tune is the best thing ever. To recap in this mission, we snipe the guards outside the base, so then we can zipline up to the tower quietly. Then we breach the camera room to watch out for Ghost, who is trying to plant 4 bombs. 1, 2, And he's a badass, by the way. He's a badass. Like, look at this. Boosh. Done. And he plants 4 bombs on APCs, and this is to locate Alejandro and where he is in the prison so we can break him out. We then proceed to actually, enter the prison. But do you know, instead of the just, the usual exploding the door, we knock. And it somehow worked because he got put in a spliff. We then have to fight enemies throughout the lower prison floors to get to Alejandro, who nearly fucking decked us and used spine. What a boy. Once we got Alejandro, we proceeded to fight through the prison with his Velociferos, fighting in the prison. And also, Ghost so explained by no one else can call him Johnny other than Ghost. What a baller. We had to fight outside the prison. And we nearly got ganged up by a helicopter until Big Bravo 6 saved us. Literally a minute later, we'll get a reunite with Gaz and Price, who tell us why they're there. And we had a happy moment. Until Big Alejandro said, "Ooh, my men need cover fire. I just want the men to snog. Why are you saying, ooh, my men need cover fire, we're gonna die?" I don't care. Using the bombs we put on the cars before, and obviously just, my amazing sniping skills, we rappelled down the side of the prison. And this led up to finding out why we actually got turned on by Graves, that little American shit. Next mission we'll play is the Shadows, and it was supposed to be a normal transport, but we got ambushed at last minute. Then it was revealed that we were fighting Russians, not Alcantara, which was a difference. But then we got blown up, and our whole squad got executed, which is why Graves was a bitch. Then our badass Price declares Shepard as an enemy, just literally a day after declaring Graves an enemy. He's got bollocks. And then what he's going to do, he's going to raid the HQ that Graves took from us and kill him. But we now have to be a Ghost team, and then therefore Ghost takes off his mask. I wish I could see that sexy face, that little absolute fitty. Just like in Modern Warfare 2019, we're in the rat tunnels, but this time we have to sneak through green laser traps which would have blown us up. Then we get Price in a heli who helps us fight our way from the ground level towards them, and while we're fighting them, Alejandro and Gaz are working to secure the cheeky bitch Valeria. We'll have to sneak through the hangars and shit. Then we'll find out she's still in the same container, the lazy bastards. Then the other team locate Graves by breaching in, but Price's heli gets hit, so Ghost can't actually follow us. We follow him to a tank which lasts about 2 seconds. Then we say bye to this cheeky Mexican bitch, and we'll also say bye to the best Mexicans since Raul Jimenez and Chucky Lozano bowlers. In the final mission, Gaz and Price with Ghost as Overwatch rappel down the building to try infiltrate and kill Hassan, but then we learn that the missile is already launching and we can't do shit to stop it yet. After fighting through the control room and, shanking the chest and lung, we find out he isn't there, so we'll have to rappel down again and fight more people to find Hassan. Then shit hits the fan. The Hassan actually fucks us, explodes us, but Gaz, if it wasn't for him, we would have died. Price gets up too, but he gets shot. He isn't dead, but still. Then we RKO him from the fucking heavens just for the missile controls, and Gaz saves us again. And then we'll have to stop missiles going into the Pentagon, which seems oddly familiar. Once we stop the missiles, we'll have to do guerrilla warfare with Ghost again, which was kind of fun, but it didn't last half an hour this time. Using the glass shield for a shank people, but then Hassan shoots our leg and fucks us up. Once capturing us, he hasn't got any bullets because he's a little bitch. And then he starts chucking us up. Ooh, we are not attacking, we invading, trying to be some little hero. But then Ghost pops him in his fucking fat little gob. And, well, yeah, that's it. Little baller.
You called it, Sergeant. He's not moved.
Final cutscene. everyone is around the table looking at this mysterious guy's face, who we don't know yet, but we have a pretty good idea. And they all know who he is because he's just that menacing. It's Akinfen, what? Lol, no, it's not. To start off, Modern Warfare 2 has brought back a lot of the OG characters, such as Soap, Ghost, Shepard, Price, and then the new ones of Gaz and Laswell. And the most badass Mexican I've ever seen. This guy has the bollocks to fucking cannonball off a mountain. Also, he has another badass Mexican called Rodolfo. There's also the newest character, the most interesting, called Graves. Now he's American, so that's already a bad start, but he does have a lot of optimism in him. And also, he is kind of badass, but not really. And he's more like Shepard's right-hand man, basically. Also, this game does really good, like leading you on and making you never want to stop playing. I finished this whole game with one sitting. It was because it leads you on, but then it actually delivers as well, so it's actually fun. In this cutscene, it says shit's about to go down, which obviously makes you want to see what shit's about to go down. In this, it says we're going to kill a fucker, so you want to see which fucker we're going to kill. This they give the look like they know something's about to go down. And this whole cutscene, it's just a plan of robbing a prison, which is obviously fun, and you want to see that happen, which is what this game does really well. It makes you want to see things that will happen, so you just end up playing the whole thing, and you get really hooked onto it. And what Soap is here, it is very generic, but it always works in my opinion. And also, what Soap is here, you see him, you see your boy, and he's like, oh shit, he's going to get into trouble, I want to see what trouble he's getting in. So that makes you hooked up even more in the whole story. I like it, but it gets you hooked on so much. And in the end of the game, the teaser cutscene, it says no Russian. Obviously no Russians from Modern Warfare 2, and if you're expecting the mission like no Russian, then you know that you want to actually be hooked on for the next game. And also, the game actually looks beautiful. The whole game, even the cutscenes, the scenery, the people. For example, this cutscene, it looks so high definition, and the sky looks just beautiful. The city, night lights, just for me, look absolutely good. Not good, but you know, the cutscenes always look good as well. Even the grass, even in the lower quality cutscenes, look good. I don't even have on-demand texture streaming on, so it always looks good. And it even makes this cheeky bitch look decent as well, so you know. And also the sparks and everything, all the details, the glimmering lights just look so good. And obviously the cutscenes and his hairline look beautiful. Now for this final section, I just want to focus on Ghost, because he's changed a lot from when we last saw him in the last Modern Warfare 2. Now he gives brilliant advice, and he is obviously depressed, but that makes him better. Gives brilliant advice. I know I've said it already, but you know, I agree. And also, him and Soap share the best friendship, because like when you look at someone, you know someone shit's about to go down. They look at each other, and then obviously he's a badass, and he wants to save Soap before himself. And also, they can't piss each other off. Like, it's how me and my foreign mates do it. Basically, if they talk foreign, well, not foreign, but like in a different accent, yeah, you can piss them off. It's really funny. And also, they do obviously appreciate each other. For example, Ghost obviously, it's all him, but he says it's some of him as well. And so you can choose to be appreciative towards Ghost, and he obviously likes that from his tone of voice. And they can actually banter, which is good. For example, have you got a tactical use for dog piss? Might be the best question ever used in this fucking game. And he generally answers it seriously, which is what makes it genuinely funny. And the fact he never laughs makes it funny. And they always save each other as well, which shows how good friends they are. Realistically, Ghost could have just stayed in the church, but he chose the same, which shows how good friends they are. Soap then repaid the favour. Then Ghost repaid the favour again. Now for the end, like to rate it, I'm going to split it into 3 categories. Characters, looks, and missions. Now these will be for a total rating out of 30, and then if it gets like above 24 out of 30, I think you should consider buying it. So, my ratings. Characters, 9 out of 10. Alejandro and the Mexican geezers and then Graves are really interesting additions. Looks, 8. Now I would put it higher, but I didn't have the on-demand texture streaming, and sometimes in the missions character faces were a bit dodgy, but the cutscenes always look beautiful. Missions, I'll give it a 9, because only sometimes was a repetition, but it always led me on, and it always had me want to play more of the campaign. So in total, that is 26 out of 30, which means I think you should buy it. It is a really good campaign, and the multiplayer is good as well, but I haven't rated it this video. If you want me to, I will do it in the next one. So thank you for watching. It's my longest video ever, and it's probably the best one I've ever done. So yeah, adios.